I'm sorry, but I need to go back to my parents' house ASAP.
That's sudden. What's the reason? You usually give more notice when you're going somewhere.
My great aunt is critically ill. I got permission to leave work early, and I've taken tomorrow off. The hospital just called an hour ago.
That doesn't matter to me. I'm not asking about your work situation.
Uh-huh? What are you talking about then?
Hey, don't be stupid. What about my dinner? You know I rely on your cooking.
What do you mean dinner? This is an emergency situation.
Who's gonna prepare my meals? What about my bath, my clean clothes? You know I can't handle these things myself.
Look, given the circumstances, can't you handle these things yourself? Just get takeout for today. You can run your own bath too. Find your own clothes. I need to leave right away. My great aunt might not have much time left.
Then make dinner before you go. You're always talking about being efficient. Surely you can spare 30 minutes.
That's impossible. I told you she's critically ill. Every minute counts right now.
Listen, why are you even going for someone who isn't close family? Besides, you probably won't make it in time anyway. You're always rushing around for other people.
Whether I make it in time doesn't matter. She's someone who's cared for me since I was young. She's like a grandmother to me. She was there for me when my own grandmother passed away.
How is that my problem? You never mentioned her before.
You're technically her relative too. I've told you about her many times. You just never listen when I talk about my family.
Maybe that's true for you, but it has nothing to do with me. Don't inconvenience me with your family matters. You're my wife. You need to prioritize me. That's what you promised when we got married.
Please, let me go. This is really important to me, Tom. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important.
Hey, you're my wife. Are you talking back to me? Instead of some distant relative, prioritizing your husband is the proper thing to do. What kind of wife puts others before her husband?
I've always tried my best to support you, but today I really need to leave right away. This is the first time I've asked for something like this during our 3 years of marriage. Can't you let me off this one time?
Oh, really? You're a useless wife who can't even serve her husband properly. A real wife would figure out how to do both.
Ugh. Why do I have to hear things like this? Even when I work overtime, I always make sure your needs are met.
It's obvious. Abandoning your housework makes you a failure as a wife. My mother would never have done this to my father.
What choice do I have? I'm not abandoning anything. I always do everything properly. I cook, clean, do laundry, manage our schedules.
You're not doing it today, so you can't say always. You're a woman, but you lack the commitment to being a proper wife. My mother raised me better than this.
That's terrible. Are you saying that once they're married, a woman has to dedicate everything to her husband? I'm my own human, Tom. What about basic human compassion?
Of course, that's what marriage is. A wife serves her husband. That's the natural order of things.
Fine. I understand I can't do things as usual. I feel bad about that, but no matter how much you try to stop me, I have to go. I'll probably need to stay overnight. I'll be back tomorrow. I left some leftovers in the fridge.
Do whatever you want, but don't expect me to be understanding when you return.
Hey, is something wrong with your mother? She's been calling me repeatedly since morning. I've gotten 12 calls in the past hour. I can't answer right now, but I'm worried about what she wants.
Oh yeah, she's been feeling lonely lately. You should answer her calls.
Lonely? What's going on? This seems excessive.
Mom's legs aren't good, so she can't go out freely anymore. She's lonely because she has fewer chances to talk to people. Mom's starting to show signs of dementia, too. You should be more sympathetic.
But why me? I'm trying to focus on work.
Who else but you? She's my mother. It's your natural duty as my wife. You're part of our family now.
Even so, I'm at work. I can't keep taking personal calls.
You can take a break from work. Mom needs someone to talk to.
That's impossible. I have deadlines to meet.
I can't take calls during work, so I told Mom to call you. She really needs someone to talk to.
You could have discussed this with me first.
Make sure you listen to her properly. She gets upset when people don't pay attention.
I can't take personal calls during work either. My supervisor already noticed that my phone's been ringing off the hook, even though it's been on silent this entire time. It's obvious when it's lighting up every few minutes or so.
Then sneak off to the bathroom or something. You can figure something out. Be creative.
Don't be unreasonable. I could get in trouble at work.
Your mother-in-law is feeling lonely. As her daughter-in-law, you should keep her company. It's part of being a good wife.
Wait a minute, you're her only son. Why don't you talk to her? I'm not free either. She's your mother.
You're such a cold wife. It's just a phone call. I'm not asking you to visit her, though maybe you should do that too.
That should be your job as her only son. Why can't you call her during your lunch break?
How can you say such cold things? Oh, poor Mom. Her daughter-in-law won't even talk to her on the phone. You're always like this. You're a woman, but you can't even follow your husband's instructions. You're just being selfish. What's wrong with you?
There you go again. I serve you plenty, and I manage both work and housework properly. Now you want me to take care of your mother on top of that. When do I get time for myself?
That's a wife's natural duty. Sure, you work, but you don't earn as much as I do. Don't act so high and mighty about your little job. My salary is what really supports us.
That's rich. I contribute what I can, both financially and at home.
And think about it. You rushed off immediately for your great aunt, but treat my mother like she's nothing? I'll never forget that. You made a fool of me. Everyone in the family is talking about it, about how I can't even keep my own wife under control.
The situations are completely different. Your mother's case isn't urgent. She just wants to chat.
It is urgent. What if her dementia gets worse because she has no one to talk to? You'll be responsible if that happens. Do you want that on your conscience?
Why me? Why do I feel guilty for what happens to your mother? Besides, I know you've been putting unnecessary ideas in your mother's head. She never used to call me like this.
I've only told her the truth, that you're my wife and should be available to her.
What truth? Don't be ridiculous. You're manipulating the situation.
Just the fact that you're a useless wife, and now it's clear that you're cold-hearted enough to refuse even a phone call with your husband's mother. You're such a disappointment. Nothing like the wife I thought I was getting.
For 3 years since we're married, I tried my best to serve you in my own way. Why do I have to be spoken to like this? I've given up so much already.
It's natural for a wife to serve her husband. It's nothing special. Don't act so proud. You're just a wife who can't understand even simple things without being told. Are you stupid?
You're the worst.
That's my line. Huh, I'm the one who drew the short straw, getting stuck with such a worthless wife like you.
Are you serious? Do you even hear yourself?
I'm just telling the truth as I see it. Anyway, I'll forgive you if you apologize now. When you get home from work today, get on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Then I might forgive you. I'm being generous here.
I'm not coming back. Not after this.
What? What are you saying? Don't be dramatic.
I can't forgive this. This isn't how you treat someone you love.
I don't need your forgiveness. I absolutely won't beg for forgiveness from you. You're the one who's wrong. You're the one being selfish. Don't defy your husband. Know your place.
I understand perfectly now. Everything is clear to me. I know exactly what I have to do now.
I can't leave Mom alone, so I'm going back home. I'm gonna live with Mom for a while, see how you like being alone.
So you're saying we'll live separately? Is that supposed to be a threat?
Yeah, finally I won't have to see your face anymore. Just so you know, you won't get a single penny of my earnings during this time. Let's see how you manage without my support.
Fine, I'll manage my own. I've been saving my own money anyways.
Oh, really? Let's see how far you get with that.
Just to confirm, are you really leaving? You're going back to your family home and leaving me alone. Is this your final decision?
Yeah, that's right. I'm serious. You'll be fine on your own, right? I'll do what I want and you do what you want. Maybe this will teach you to appreciate me more.
Yes, I'll be totally fine alone. Have a good trip. Don't forget anything. I won't be delivering forgotten items.
Huh? Are you really okay with this? I'm not coming back. This isn't a threat. You should think carefully about what you're saying.
It's fine by me. I agree with this. In fact, I think it's the best decision you've made in our marriage.
It's no use saying don't go later. Once I leave, that's it.
Don't worry, I definitely won't say that. You got what you wanted. Freedom from your nagging wife. You can indulge your mother's whims all you want. Good for you.
Yeah, right. Every day will definitely be fun with Mom. Unlike you, Mom will do anything for me. She understands what family means.
Good for you then. Have fun with your mother. Bye.
Every night when I look up at the sky and see the moon, I remember your face. Maybe you're saying you want me to come back.
What?
Like ice melting away, you must be getting lonely with me missing from your life.
No, that's just creepy. Please stop with the bad poetry.
You don't have to act tough, I know. You want me to come back by now, right? You must miss me.
I'll pass with all my might. This is as fine as is. I'm actually sleeping better these days.
Wait a minute, you can't mean that.
What? You keep making lines like you're trying to impress me, but it's just creepy. Your desperate messages are embarrassing.
Anyway, I'm coming back to you. The time has come to return to our love nest. I forgive you for your behavior.
You're just saying that because living there has gotten difficult and you want to escape from your mother, right? Things aren't going as perfectly as you imagined?
If you understand, then help me out. Deep down, you must still love me. We can start fresh.
Just as I thought. You know, I've been talking to a lawyer about various things. We've had some interesting conversations.
Hey, are you flirting with some male lawyer while I, your husband, still exist? You slut! How dare you betray me like this?
You should watch your words, you know. Not to mention your lines. I told you I've hired a lawyer. This is professional, not personal.
No discussion needed. Just because you're lonely without me doesn't mean you can go after any man. Have some shame. You better come back to me right this minute.
That's another strike. I'm taking screenshots, by the way. Every single message.
What are you talking about?
I know everything. Every single thing. You're not as clever as you think.
What do you mean?
You want me to come back because you're in debt. Your mother's dementia has gotten worse, and you want to dump everything on me. You're planning to push both the debt and your mother onto me, right? I had a private investigator look into it. They found quite a lot.
Wait, that's not true. You're making things up.
Yes, it is. Moreover, since you went back home, you've rekindled things with your ex-girlfriend, haven't you? She knew you were married and still had a relationship with you. I'm going to sue both of you for damages. I have proof.
Huh? Damages? You can't do that!
I'm divorcing you. Of course I'm divorcing you. A misogynistic, self-centered man who cheats, has debts, and wants to dump his mother with dementia on me. Who'd want to stay married to somebody like that?
Wait, no, remember the sweet feelings we had when we first got married? We could work this out.
That's asking way too much. Those feelings died a long time ago. You're making me feel sick just by saying something like that.
Let's just talk about this. I'll come home tomorrow and we can talk. We can fix everything. Hey, the front door won't open. Did you change the locks?
Yeah, of course I did. I already moved on. Completely moved out.
Why? This is my home too.
The apartment lease was up for renewal last month. I didn't renew it. No point in paying for a place I don't need.
Why? What about my stuff? Where are my things?
I sent it to your parents' house, cash on delivery. Don't worry. It's all boxed up properly. I'm more considerate than you deserve.
Without my permission, how could you?
Who's acting without permission? You should be grateful I didn't throw it away. Besides, you left on your own accord. You said you weren't coming back.
Well, I said that, but I never thought you'd move. You were supposed to wait for me.
You were happy about not having to see my face anymore. Those were your exact words.
That was just a figure of speech. What am I supposed to do? I suddenly have no home to return to. What have you done? This isn't fair.
Just go back home. Back to your beloved mommy. Isn't that what you wanted?
No, that's...
You can't, right? Because you're scared of the debt collectors coming after you. You're just a creepy, cowardly Romeo. Your poetry can't hide your true nature.
Do you have to go that far? Why are you being so cruel?
I'm just stating the facts. Just telling the truth, honestly. Isn't that what you always did to me?
I'm sorry, it was my fault. Where are you living now? Please, I need to see you. Where are you?
Actually, I'm living in my late great-aunt's empty house. They're letting me stay there as, thanks for helping out after she passed away. The same great-aunt that you didn't want me to visit.
That house was recently renovated, wasn't it? The one with the nice garden?
Yes, 2 years ago, so it's as good as new. Her children have their own homes, and I get to keep the house. It's good to have a secured place to live after a divorce. So, I'm happy.
Wait, I want you to hear me out. Please give me another chance.
The lawyer will listen to whatever you have to say. Stop being creepy. Watch your mouth and your words. Everything you say can and will be used against you in court.
But...
Well, the more mistakes you made, the higher the settlement will be, so that's good for me. Keep digging yourself deeper.
Please let me tell you my side of the story just one more time. I want to meet and talk with you just one more time. I can explain everything.
Don't make typos at the most important part. You're unbelievable. I get it now. A marriage where only one person serves isn't a real marriage. I don't want such a twisted relationship anymore. Your actions showed me exactly who you are.
You're being too hasty. Think about all we've built together.
Built together? What exactly did you build? I did all the building while you criticized and demanded more.
I provided for you. I gave you a comfortable life.
A comfortable life of servitude, you mean? By the way, the private investigator found your gambling debts too. Were you planning on telling me about those?
That's private. You had no right to investigate me.
I had every right once I suspected you were being unfaithful. The law's on my side here.
Listen, about the ex-girlfriend, it wasn't serious. I was just lonely.
Lonely? While living with your beloved mother? How interesting.
Mom's condition is getting worse. I can't handle her alone. We need to work together as a family.
Ah, now we're getting to the real reason. You need a nurse, not a wife.
That's not true. I miss you. Every morning I wake up thinking of you, and I miss you so much.
Strange. You never appreciated me this much when we were together.
I've changed. These past months have taught me so much.
They've taught me too. They taught me I'm stronger alone than I ever was with you.
Please, just meet me for coffee 1 hour of your time.
No. Any communication goes through my lawyer now.
You've become so cold. This isn't the woman I married.
You're right. I'm not the same woman. I'm stronger now. Goodbye.
Wait! What about the apartment deposit? I paid for that.
Check with your lawyer. I submitted all the paperwork showing how I paid for it from my own savings.
This isn't fair! You planned all this!
No. You started this when you chose to leave. I just chose not to be your victim anymore.
Mom's asking about you. She misses you.
Strange how she misses me now, but couldn't respect my work hours before.
Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything.
Goodbye, Tom. Don't contact me ever again, except through my lawyer.